there guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can probably see here, right now we are in the heart of Moscow on Red Square. And behind us we have Russia's most famous shopping center, GUM. This is a shopping center for the rich and wealthy, so we're going to go in and check it out. What? Rich and wealthy.
No, rich and wealthy, so we're going to go check it out.
So guys, we just walked in and Sabrina's going to explain to you what GUM means.
So GUM stands for GUM, which would in Russian would be the City Universal Store. And traditionally each city had one of these, and it was sort of the biggest, fanciest central store where you could get everything in the city. Yeah. And of course in the biggest city, which is Moscow, you have the biggest central store.
Yeah. And as far as what we're saying before about this being a shopping center for the rich and wealthy, that means that there are a lot of stores here that are expensive stores. They sell expensive brands. It doesn't mean that we are rich and wealthy. We just want to check it out.
Before, we are here in the GUM, this fancy, super fancy shopping center, and they've got some big name brands here, and we're curious to come in to see how the sanctions, whether the sanctions have affected any of these stores and any of these like the super expensive brands put out. So you can see here you got Prada, obviously, you know, very high-end brand, and you'll see as you walk around, there are lots of international big brand stores that are still here, big brand names. You can see right here we've got Dior, they're still here, nobody's left. So yeah, curious, there hasn't really affected, you know, the sanctions haven't really affected anything as far as the availability of high-end products or high-end clothes and watches and things like that. So yeah, we'll walk around and see what more we can find, and we'll show you along. It's as you mentioned, it's a super fancy store. This shopping center was built in 1888, right, late 1800s, and so before communism in Russia. So while Russia was still under a monarchy under the Romanovs, so you can see it was you know, done really fancy, really elegantly. And even the architecture, it's just amazing. So come on, look around. You can see this is a well thought out store or service center. You've got all along the railing here what I call husband benches. So a spot where the husbands can sit and wait for their beloved wives and daughters while they stop and look around and decide what they want to buy. So they cater for everybody here.
As you can see, along the top here we have a whole bunch of bikes hung up or stood up, one here, one there, and they're all for sale. There is a store here that sells them. They're very beautiful bikes, but also quite expensive. You wouldn't want to leave them lying around to get stolen. So here we are at a little ice cream stall. These are actually set up by the shopping center here, and they sell ice creams for 100 rubles, so that's a pretty decent price. So we're gonna grab some and see what they're like.
The famous Gum ice cream.
If you are going looking to buy an ice cream, it's like one of the cheapest places to buy one. Even the fact that it's so famous hasn't made it more expensive.
Is it tasty?
Yeah,
It's got ice cream with chocolate in it.
which is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I like
So this shopping center is made up of 3 floors. It had the first floor, which we're on now. Then there's a second floor going around, and up there's a third floor that has some restaurants up there, and a Russian stolovaya, which is sells Russian food, a bit like a cafeteria. Here's that bicycle store that I was talking about a little bit before, that they had all the bikes that were up on the top rails. This is the actual store. So they sell all these traditional ones. Sabrina and Mum are demonstrating how to ride the 2-person bike. So yes, they also sell this 2-person bike, but mostly, as you can see, it's this really old-fashioned style, very pretty bikes. They come with a pretty price too.
I love the music they have playing here. It's like really fancy and really like posh, as in not loud and blurry. It's just enjoyable background music.
Yep. And they got a nice water fountain right in the middle. They sell ice cream here too, and cold drinks. And it's all covered in this glass roof. Very pretty.
Check my deal.
Alright, we're going to see what a lift for the Wealthy Shopping Centre looks like. Yeah, it looks like a normal lift.
Didn't we know what floor we were already on?
2. There we are.
All throughout the shopping centre they've got original photos of what it was like back when it was first operational. All the stores that were here. And they've tried to keep all the decorating sort of true to that time frame. So it's very nice, very pretty. It looks very, very stylish. Even here you can see this old-fashioned style ice cream cart. It's all very nice. So the big watchmakers are all here. You've got Omega behind me. You've got Tag Heuer over there. You've got Rolex there. So none of those have left. You've got Montblanc. So yeah, I mean, sanctions, I don't think it's affected the average life of the average shopper here in Russia at all. Pretty much anything you want to find, you can find, even in the high-end market. It's all still here.
So guys, we're going to go into this store. This is like a store where you can buy food products, but this is about as ritzy as you can get.
So this shop is basically like you could be shopping back in 1895, and it's all done to style. And obviously, it's a newer products here, but it's done very much in theme, as it would have been 100 years ago now, over 100 years ago now. It's very nice, very quaint little store.
As you can see in the store, it goes a fair way down that way. So they have quite a few products here. Quite a lot of maybe products you wouldn't be able to find in other places. But they also have in general, a pretty high price tag. There's some things that are normal, but some things are more expensive just because of where this store is located in Moscow. It's right in the heart of the touristic section, so all the prices are raised because of that. There we go. We have bread. And on this side we have cakes. Very delicious. I think that one's tiramisu. There are also chandeliers the whole way through this little shopping mall. Let's go see what Dad is looking at. What did you find?
Water bottles.
Water bottles.
Bottled water for a drink.
Oh, the girls also found some water in the fridge.
Oh,
How much is that?
how much in half litre? For 88 rubles.
88 rubles. I think Breen found those bottles for 55 rubles, but I don't know if they're a half a litre.
One bottle. How much is that? Or 3
82? Oh. The 82 there.
Well, this is better, right?
88. Fancy.
Fancy.
And they all have the same tune.
Here's the tea section. We just talked to a lovely lady here. She showed us some of the different teas they had, and even these are little bowls of different teas together. When you drop them in a teapot, you fill it up once, and you get like a light tea, and then you can fill up another time, and about 5 times you can fill up your teapot, and it has a great flavour. It slightly changes with each time.
And here they've got a massive wine section. They've got some really high-end wines. You know, some of these wines and some of these stronger ports and cognacs are hundreds of years old. A huge selection. Pretty much anything you'd want to find for a price, of course.
Here they have some pre-made food, and you can even see the kitchens and the working are done very tastefully. They've done their best to keep the old look here. As we come through here, we've got fruit and vegetables, all very fancy. More expensive than usual, but very fancy. Here we have ice creams. In Russia, these are called Eskimos, basically ice cream on a stick. And then there's this old motorbike with a loading area on the back they have here as a display. Then they have some sort of fancy sweetbreads. The Russian samovar in the background. So we are on the 3rd floor now, and as you can see, they have a full store dedicated to KitchenAid here. And Samsung is still here. Alright guys, we are just outside of Gung, and just across this little road here, this pretty avenue where all these lights are on, they only just came on, is a little centre called Jetski Gum, and it's like a kids version of it. It's like a small section, so we're going to go in and see what's there.
So I think you can clearly see that the sanctions aren't affecting children's toys. Can you see the resemblance?
Barely.
Barely? There we go. What about now? No better?
Spitting image.
Spitting image? Where are we? Close. Well, we had a fun time checking out the Gung, and it was really interesting to see all the different stores here. Really nice to see the actual construction of the architecture of the shop. Just beautiful to walk around, and that it's set in like olden time themes. So very, very nice day. Had a lovely time looking around, and I don't think the sanctions are bothering it too much.
Yep. We also met some lovely ladies in that little grocery store. It's lovely when you can go around and meet just friendly people. We hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. If you did, leave it a big thumbs up. Leave the comments down below. Share it with a friend or a few friends, even better. And if you haven't subscribed, there's a button down below where you can subscribe to our channel and keep up with our adventures here in Russia. We are all hoping you are having a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you guys.